Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here, bringing you another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Wednesday. And today I want to go over 5 reasons why you quit your job if you work IT support. So obviously you're new to my channel, you know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. But today I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why people quit their IT support job. But this could be even related to any other job in IT, whether it's cybersecurity, sysadmin, network admin, etc., etc. All right. So reason number one would be a toxic environment. So a lot of people, when they go to a job environment, they either have a bad manager, a bad team environment, like the team does not want to get along with you, they don't want to teach you anything, or you have employees that you work with that are just super difficult to deal with. They don't want to. They're always screaming and yelling at you. They're giving you a hard time. They don't want to troubleshoot the issue. They're just trying to avoid you altogether. So that's reason number one why people leave their jobs is because they have a really bad toxic environment. So if you're in a job where they're treating you like crap, your manager doesn't care about you, or your team doesn't want to help you, nobody wants to teach you anything, you're not learning anything. You're basically it's either sink or swim. Please run away from that environment. Please look for a different job. Obviously, if you're in that job and you have financial issues, you need money, then stay in that job as much as you possibly can until you find a better job and then you switch over. Hopefully that makes sense. That's reason number one. Reason number two is you're not learning anything. So you find a lot of things like in IT, just sometimes you work in an environment where you're just not learning absolutely nothing. It's literally the same thing over and over again. And I would actually go to reason number three, which is called repetitive task. So sometimes when you work IT support, you work as a stock analyst, or you work any other job in IT, network admin, sysadmin. Sometimes you find yourself not doing anything but the same thing over and over again. So basically, you rinse and repeat. So you wake up early in the morning, you go to work, and you have the same tickets every single day in the queue, and you're solving the same issues every single day. So you're not learning anything, you're not growing at all. You're literally not doing anything but the same tickets over and over again, which gets very frustrating, gets very annoying. Also, it gets very draining. You're like, man, I already know how to fix this issue. So you literally could close your eyes and navigate to a user or a client and tell them how to do something without you physically being on your computer. So if this is you and you're doing the same thing over and over again, and it's like literally you're not learning anything, you better get out of that job environment. Unless they're paying you really well, or unless you like doing the same thing over and over again. And become obsolete, by the way, when you're doing the same thing over and over again. So that's the third reason. Reason number four is there is no room to grow, which relates to this one as well. So sometimes you're in a job environment where, and I don't like saying this, but this is the reality of IT, or reality of any jobs. You either have opportunity to grow, or you can't grow at all. So what that means is basically the person that has a sysadmin role, or network admin, the cybersecurity, any of these other roles that you want to go into or pivot to, you cannot get those roles because that person either has to be sick, something has to happen to them, or they have to, I guess, like, not to say anything bad, they have to like die or something in order for you to get that role. So they have tenure in that company. They've been in the company for a really long time. So there's no way for you to grow at all. So literally you cannot get any of the other jobs because those jobs already are there to be filled out already by someone that already has that job. So you can't do anything. So that's the other reason. So if you're stuck in an environment like that where you have no room to grow at all, there's no opportunity. That's the reason why I tell people ask questions when you're doing job interviews. Like, am I going to have opportunity to grow in this job, or am I going to be doing the same thing over and over again, and I'm not going to have any opportunity to grow? So you want to make sure you ask these questions when you're in a company, when you're in a job. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. And then reason number five is the last one, which I only seen like a handful of people talk about. And you're in a job environment, and this is called quiet firing. So it's not a new term. It's been around for a while. So quiet firing. So you're in an environment like that, you better run away. So quiet firing, what does that mean? So quiet firing basically means your manager does not listen to you. He doesn't care anything about you. He's just ignoring your calls, ignoring your one-on-ones with him, ignoring raises. Like they either give you a raise or they give you a $1 raise. Anything that has to do with work or projects and stuff like that, he gives it to somebody else on your team because he doesn't trust you at all. So that is quiet firing. Basically, he's giving you all the green lights for you to just leave the door and exit the company. That's what that means. So how do you analyze this, or how do you resolve this issue, or how do you fix quiet firing in IT, or just in any job in general? One thing I would do is I would leave that job if it's not, if they just giving me all the, they just giving me all the hints that I have to leave the job. I'm just gonna, you just have to leave. To be honest with you, just leave that job. You can't do anything at that point. Your hands are tied. You can't do anything. Basically, he just wants you to leave, or she wants you to leave. You can't do anything. So, but if you're in a new environment, right, just go back, take a step back, and then start a new job, right? You want to make sure that you're doing KPIs. So basically, key KPIs are key performance indicators. So you want to make sure when you do one-on-ones with your manager and ask him or her, what can you do to get a salary increase, or what can you do to get a bonus at the end of the year, or what can you do to basically get the next role, the next gig? What certifications do you need to get that next role, the next gig? So you have all these things there in place. And then the other thing would be is maybe your manager, he or she, whoever it is, they have stuff on their plate that you could take away from them so you could do it. So they're less stressed out now. Now that they're less stressed out, you have things you could do as project work to handle and ask for those raises. And you build your portfolio based on that, based on the tickets you closed, based on the project work you did. So you put all that in a portfolio, or you put all those notes together on through emails, through tickets, through I don't know, OneNote, anything you have, put it all together in a bunch. So then when you go and you get the annual review, at the end of the day, you get that review, right? You go in there, you have something you can show the manager. Listen, this is what I have done for the last 6 months. This is what I have done for the last 3 months. This is how I help the company make money. This is how I help the company resolve these issues. Because I resolved these issues, the company was able to save X amount of dollars because I handled these tickets. The user was able to do a transaction because I'm in a hedge fund. You know, I work in a hedge fund. Like anything to do with that, anything to do with success and wins, you want to add that to your portfolio. As a IT professional, I recommend you do that, and you sell that to your hiring manager, or you sell that to your manager to showcase as to why you need that salary increase. And that's it. That's pretty much it for this video. With that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and take care. Peace.